White Lotus someone, Shanxi, have forgotten his name, Su Hongru about a class of people. He confused the masses to heresy. Many people admire his magic, worship him as a teacher. One day, he was ready to go out, put a basin in the main room, and then a pot cover, told the disciples sitting next guard, warned the disciples not open peak. After he left, Apprentice opened pots, saw the bowl of candy water has straw boat, sail masts are all available. Apprentice curious, dial with your fingers ship. The ship was knocked readily, as they rushed to help the boat, and covered pots. Soon he came back, angrily blame, said why go against my orders? Apprentice immediately arguing that there is no breach of command. He said just a boat capsized in the sea, how can fool me? Another day in the evening, in the main room he lit a large candle. Candle warned Apprentice carefully guarded, do not let the wind out. 2 more hours, he had still not come back. Apprentice tired a lot and go to bed temporary sleep for a while, to wake up, even large candle has been extinguished, and hurried up the points. Soon, he returned and blame Apprentice. Apprentice said I do not sleep, how could extinguish the candle? He said angrily just let me go more than 10 miles in the dark, dare to say that? Apprentice greatly fear hack, like strange behavior, one has one, but to right. Later, the White Lotus believers and disciples concubine fornication, he became aware of, but pretending not to know, do not say it. He sent disciples to feed the pigs, Apprentice into a pigsty, and immediately became a pig. He immediately called the butcher to butcher, selling pork. Nobody knows this. Apprentice father whose son did not come home to ask his son's whereabouts. He said the apprentice for a long time did not come. Apprentice home to inquire about looking around, still no news. One fellow secretly know this, the truth revealed to the apprentice's father. Apprentice's father accused the magistrate. White Lotus believers fled magistrate afraid to investigate and deal with the arrest, but reports boss invited Shanxi 1000, surrounded his house. His wife and children will reappear. They were kept in wooden cages still in the car, ready to escort to the capital. Went his way through the Taihang mountain out of a giant, like a tree so high, such as large-sized eyes, mouth as big as earthen pot, about a foot long teeth. Soldiers stood scared, afraid to move forward. White Lotus believer said this is a monster, my wife can beat it. So the soldiers as word line, untied his wife. He went to his wife each, furious giant, just took her a suction swallowed, we more afraid. White Lotus believer said now that killed my wife, my son and now need the job. So he released his son, and like just the same be swallowed. We looked at each other, at a loss. White Lotus believers weeping, said angrily I killed both his wife and killed my son, how willing I am personally not my battle now must be made. We really will be released from the threshold of his car, give him a weapon, school he appearances. Aggressive giant came up, after a period of fighting, a giant seized him into the mouth, a shinbozi, swallowed, and then calmly leave.